Hi everyone, I'm Benjamin from Allocate Space. So as its core, Allocate Space focuses on making spaces manageable, bookable, accessible, enabling facility managers and real estate owners to get the most out of their assets. So our solution, Allocate Work, is a maintenance management tool. The solution is designed especially for service vendors and facility managers to manage all aspects of building maintenance. So let's address some of the common issues facility managers face in terms of significant challenges in tracking the maintenance, verifying whether your service vendors are on site, and also ensuring compliance. So how does that work? Allocate Work provides a central dashboard giving a comprehensive overview of all the service jobs done in the building, with other notable features like managing work orders, access past service records, and even allowing your service vendors to update their SORs in our dashboard. So for service vendors, Allocate Work enables on-site verification with the use of NFC tags, facilitates capture and upload of any maintenance details, and lastly also allow your technicians to generate report on the go instead of heading back to office and work on the report separately. So Allocate Work is best illustrated through a user flow, which I'll run you through on the next slide. So the facility manager will actually create a work order or a work order request, and service vendors actually receives and accepts it, assigns to a staff that they have on their own team. So this assigned vendor actually proceeds to scan the NFC tag on site, which indicate the start of work, proceed with the maintenance work taking before, during, and after photos, and submitted via the app. So of course, if the facility manager agrees and everything is good, it approves the work order, and lastly, the claims department can proceed with the report directly and also submit the payment as well. So that's Allocate Work in action, simple, effective, and designed to make life easier for service vendors and FMs. So we are looking for partners to have a pilot with us. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to any questions you might have.
Good afternoon, my name is Bill, from Azendian Solutions. We are a company focusing on sustainability solutions using AI, machine learning techniques to solve problems within the commercial building or industrial building. So basically, we use machine learning, which is data-driven, and not rule-based kind of AI, right? And what is the application? I'll explain later. So we achieve three objectives for our asset operators and owner. Number one is that we enhance the efficiency of energy use, which means that you can reduce kilowatt use, reduce your energy tariff, and therefore your carbon footprint also. Number two, we enhance the productivity of the workforce. Number three, we expand the life of the equipment which you are using, right? So basically, we have a series of products, which series of products which I just highlight two of them. One, is our unified platform, which we are able to draw data from any brands of EMS, any brand of power meter, water meter, or lift, elevator, escalator, so on and so forth, from different geographic locations. We are able to draw them real time, push the data to the cloud, transform them, and standardize them into a haystack format, for example. And we are also able to write back. That means we can control, each of these assets from a distance, right? And another product here I'd like to highlight is HR energy optimization solution. So this is again AI driven. It's a closed loop solution, meaning from drawing data to running the simulation to writing back to the BMS every 5 minutes, zero human intervention. We have developed a digital twin, which is a process and system twin built in mathematics, right? So what this model does, is a highly accurate twin. The error margin is less than 2.5%. So after we install this solution, we don't need any human intervention. The system basically runs itself and it tunes itself. And the saving we have experienced from all our clients, all our current users in Malaysia and Singapore, and these are all BREEAMP certified building, has been saving us 7 to 25% savings, right? So I don't have any more time to go to the other products. So we are basically looking for partners to install this solution, and also partners to resell our solution together with us. Thank you very much.
Hi, we're dConstruct Robotics, and we are a robotics company. That at the core, what we do is autonomous reality capture. So our goal is to actually automate the entire scan, capture, reality capture, reconstruction, and then BIM comparison pipeline. Right now the workflow is quite manual. We can automate the whole thing with robotics, machine learning, and 3D reconstruction. Next. So here is our system in action. We did a POC with JTC. All the stuff you see here is all built in-house. So we can actually scan with our in-house developed SLAM real-time backpack scanner. And if you skip forwards, we also can scan completely remotely with our autonomous robot navigation stack. This is fully remote, so we can run directly over regular 4G from our office, say in One North, all the way to Punggol. We actually run it all the way to Hong Kong and Thailand as well. So after you've done that, you can stream the data in real time, and we can do full analysis and comparison with your existing BIM model with what the robot has scanned. So we see a lot of applications with it, especially in the construction space. We can scale up to over 1 billion points because we process most of the stuff from the GPU. So we are looking to basically work with additional partners to scale the solution up for your building and construction sites for inspection and analysis use cases. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Subbu from GeoCore Solutions. So where we aim to transform geotechnical engineering to innovation. So as we all know, there is a lot of tunneling projects and underground work carried out in Singapore. So we generate a lot of excavated soil through these projects, and these soils are dumped in staging grounds. At staging ground, the soil is either classified into good earth or soft clay. So usually this process is done by human inspection, and when there is like a human involved, there is subjectivity, and when there is a missing soil information, it's difficult to classify the soil. So at GeoCore, we have developed a GeoVision sensor, which is a vision-based system with a suite of sensors which helps it to classify the soil very accurately and within 5 minutes. So we are looking for industry partner to do a pilot trial. Next slide. So what happens when we have misclassification of soil? Because the quality of reclamation or the construction work would be affected. As you all know, when soft soil is mixed with good earth, there can be uneven settlements. And classic example is a leaning Tower of Pisa. And the ground improvement work required for soft clay is different from good earth. By GeoVision sensor, you can reduce the manpower by 40% used for classification and save cost by 50% and also reduce time drastically. And it also removes the subjectivity and helps the engineer in better decision making. Next. The current process takes up to 1 to 2 months time, and our GeoVision sensor can take up to like less than 5 minutes. Thank you.
Hello, hi guys. Good to see some of our existing clients and industry friends. Actually, I'm here today not of my usual spiel of like BIM, VR, AR, which you guys are using, and a bit of AI for some of the clients. So I've been thinking a lot about when BC was talking to me about the BEAMP and what else we can do with our existing technologies and know-how. So I was thinking, every time I go on site, people start to ask me, oh, what's digital twin, how about BIM for FM, what else can I do with the BIM? But every time I talk to their safety leads or I go to their innovation center, HQ on-site training centers, I always see some variant of a VR safety solution whereby VR safety training is done in a fixed environment. But I've always wondered this, right? Why, if you're spending millions of dollars or in a project on your BIM asset, you're wanting to use it for all these extended applications, why can't you use it for VR safety training? Because currently in a fixed environment that you pay someone to create for you, that does not reflect actual, the accuracy and the actuality on site. So the way I'm thinking about this new solution is that, what if we could bring in your BIM model? And for those of you that are using our stuff, we can very well. But instead, we have a lot of scenarios. So for example, fall from height, traffic, how do you navigate traffic? How do you do certain processes? What if we could have these scenario hotspots and put it in your BIM model? So that, for example, one of your workers who is being trained would train basically in an accurate scenario on site, and then when he or she eventually reaches the site, they would know what to do. So for those of you that use BIM, you care about safety, you want to have extended application, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be at the back and together with my colleague later on. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Calvin from Little Green Ranger. So our solution is actually to reduce carbon emissions by substituting diesel generators with our solar power battery generators. These diesel generators are often found in hard to reach places and they often have no access to grid. So examples would be like construction sites. Yeah. So what we like to do is to replace these diesel generators and these diesel generators can power a variety of things ranging from tools to site offices to even dogs. Right. Our battery generators are made to be more compact and more climate resistant as compared to our counterparts, and they come with data monitoring features which will allow us to take note of key parameters which can then be used for ESG reporting. Next slide, please. Yeah. So, at a glance, this is what we do. What we hope, or should I say what we envision, is that for the solar panels, as well as any other electricity sources, to power our battery generators, and this power will be stored in our battery generators, and during peak periods, our battery generator will be able to draw out this power to help alleviate the stress that is on the grid. Yeah. So with that, I think that's about it. So thank you for your time. And if you are interested in kickstarting your ESG journey, feel free to come to the back and talk to us later. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Johan, but you can call me John for short. I'm a co-founder of Nika.eco. We are most well known to be an AI climate tech company that's already backed by XY Combinated China, as well as Silverstrand Capital, and we are run by ex-Amazon folks. We are known in the space to basically build some of the most accurate climate models that are associated with forestry-based carbon credit projects. So specifically, we help carbon project developers and financiers actually understand the economic opportunity of their forestry lands in the form of voluntary carbon credits, as well as the climate risk associated with those projects. We are known in the space also to be develop some of the most accurate Southeast Asian-based models, obviously since we are here, and that has led us to already work with international carbon project developers and financiers, such as Carbon Growth Partners in Australia, Vida Carbon in Canada, etc., who develop projects here locally. For us, we are also well known to have developed Carbon GPT, which is a large language model that's actually trained to understand climate and carbon-based methodologies that actually takes our very complex geospatial data and formats it in a way that's actually audit ready for our customers. We understand that obviously we are not currently in the build space, but what we're over here for is really to understand the build space and potentially find out how our technologies could apply in this space as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate it.
Hi, afternoon, Chris here for Provide AI. So we're a software tech company that uses AI and drone, leveraging on AI and drone for the built environment. So we currently have a solution, that end-to-end solution with a mobile app, cloud technology, as well as the web app. They're able to control the drone and to complete the reality capture. So traditional methods are very labor-intensive, physical presence need to be there, and it's very time-consuming. So our solution aims to create a 3D model, able to use AI to detect the defects, measure the progress, and we are looking for a company to pilot together with us. So this is a visualization platform with 3D and also using AI to detect possible defects that could happen, and also click on the points to identify where are the images. So some example pinpoints are like facade inspection, rebars inspection, and also the control defects is very hard to identify. So using a visualization 3D platform, you can easily identify the images. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, I am Pritesh from G Square. We are the spin-off company from NTU, and we are the creator of Better Life platform. This platform was designed to accelerate the decarbonization in the built environment. Today, we are here on a mission to reduce or redefine the smart cities on the sustainability side. So this platform, what we have is an AI-powered platform. By using the data, by using the physics, and the AI will be able to simulate the performance baseline of the buildings, and will be able to generate the proposed solutions for the buildings. So we use the same engine. We say that there are issues or there are problems in terms of the data are not available or things are very slow, and we'll be able to have different stakeholders in the environment. So using the platform, we can bring all hundreds of buildings in the entire city or any of the smart city projects, and we'll be able to generate the baseline, we'll be able to generate the proposed solution, and bring all the stakeholders within the ecosystem on one page. So can you go to the next page, please? So this is what I was trying to explain. So we have some data from the market, we have some data from the building, we'll apply the AI, we apply the weather data, we apply the geographical data, we'll apply all the analysis, and we'll come up with a solution. And this solution or the analysis can be used anything for the technology fit or anything on the financial or the energy or the carbon analysis. The guys in the ecosystem or the people who can be helpful for us, all the way from the building owners to the consultant experts or to equipment provider, all the way to the financer. So we call ourselves as a starting point, a step 1 or a step 0, who can do, understand, analyze, get the data, and now there is something for everybody to look forward and take action. It can be a building, it can be a city, or it can be an industrial area. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Okay, so yes, my name is Jérôme Lombardi. I'm the designated CEO of a company that is still in stealth at the National University of Singapore. What we do at Robotics, it's a platform where we develop or co-develop with partners new type of binders that can stand high performance that are at the same time durable and sustainable. This is today a challenge in the building materials and in the construction. If you want to reach high performance, it's a trade-off with sustainability. All the specialty chemicals that are integrating epoxy resin and organics, they are not environmental friendly to reach high performance. And then durability, we are based on nano engineering, 20 years research that has been proven to be applied to all the inorganic materials that are available on Earth, especially waste material, byproduct streams. So what we do, we can integrate those binders into end solutions. What type of end solutions? So you have a surface protection for building repair, crack filling, but we can as well as encapsulate waste to generate a new generation of aggregates that can be then reintegrated into prefabricated or precast elements, beams, slabs, even insulation elements, because with this nano-engineering approach, we can combine performance, but we can as well functionalize our products, meaning that the coatings can be also conductive, because they can conduct electricity or thermal energy. This is the next generation that we are bringing on the market. We are solving one issue, which is the sustainability, the performance at the same time, and we are bringing the next generation of building materials to the market. Thank you.
Okay. I think since we have everyone here, anyone from the floor has any question for any one of them?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jonah from SP Group. I'd actually like to check with Azendian Solutions. Yes, hi. Bill, right?
Bill, that's
yes,
right.
Nice meeting you.
Hi.
I want to check whether your solution actually can be deployed for non-BMS built environment.
Non-BMS, yes it can, but the key thing, is that there must be variable drive capability for that particular site. So we have done with and without.
You already successfully deployed?
Yes, a couple of sites.
Not in Singapore or?
In Singapore and also in Malaysia and Australia, we just begun.
Thank you. Next question from the floor.
Hello, this is Joe from CTL. This question is for Azendian as well. Would you just quickly go through, because you're basically AI based, so can you quickly go through the type of data sets that you have worked with? So what kind of equipment, how much? Yeah, is it okay to share a little bit?
Well, it all depends on what we're doing. So we can do FFD, which is fault and force detection. So if it's for elevator or escalator, then the elevator, escalator related data needs to come in. But if it is, let's say, for energy optimization for the HVAC, or whether it's for the chiller, the water side, or the air side, then we need, the equipment data, we need wet bulb data, dry bulb data, we need heat load data. So those are the basic data. But of course, we also take in the equipment data too, because if your equipment is 1 month old and another set of equipment is 10 years old, there is a difference, right, in terms of performance.
So because you mentioned in your presentation about meteorological data, so since you mentioned a few applications in this region, right? So I would take it that this type of data should be readily available to you. You don't really need to take those type of data.
Okay, to start with, you're referring to the MET data, is it?
Yes, MET data.
So MET data usually, first is that we'll take the wet bulb and dry bulb from within the building itself. But of course, sometimes it's accurate or inaccurate, right? And even if we start to be accurate, over time it may become not accurate. So where it is possible, we also take the nearest MET station. So if we go to the internet, we basically pull that data also, right? And as far as the other data is concerned, we typically do not use, let's say for example, if I'm doing running a model, for let's say an office tower, I will only use data from that particular office tower. I do not need other office tower data at all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Any other question?
I have a question for Robotics. How about the volume? Like, can you do mass productions, and how large of a project you are able to support with these materials? And are there any specific material which have been piloted for large-scale projects?
Okay. So today we have developed only a 2 tons per day production capacity here in Singapore of the binders. The raw materials that you are using in some of the formulations are coming from waste streams. And we can access millions of tons of those waste streams that are not currently used by the cement industry. Why? They are too difficult for them to be integrated in the cement Portland industry. So we have access to those million tons of raw materials, and our nano-engineering approach is to activate those waste streams into a hydraulic binder. Okay. So, and it works. So we have 2 tons per day today. We have access to million tons. So yes, large application. Concretely today we are piloting surface protection. Okay, so with the Class A product. And we will be working with, I can see some of the companies here, and we are trying to promote some ready-mix concrete, so to integrate aggregates, also and this can be also millions of tons or thousands of tons, because we can reuse the BOP sludge, dry sludge, as a raw material, encapsulate it and have a sand substitution. Yeah, please.
Cool. Next question.
Yeah, I have 2 questions. One is for GeoCore, right? I understand that you guys are actually trying to do the classification for excavated soil, and is only specific for drilling or reclamation. So you don't actually explore to do more than that, like differentiate, clay and others, and have more classification, like different type of soil, the rock, weather rock, right, or whatever.
So right now the project that we have because the dump trucks, they come into the staging ground, we are able to the pilot trial, we are successfully able to classify soft clay and wood. Maybe in future we'll be gearing towards more classification system like gravels or composition of the soil inside the dump truck.
I think that will be a lot more valuable. Can I have another question is for the AI-enabled inspection, overall AI. Yes. So you guys actually doing the facade inspection?
Yes, that's one of the use cases that we're doing right now.
Yeah, but is it physically carrier? Because I was just looking at, because if you're going to use an AI, then you will need a lot of database to identify what defect it is. Right? So you must have that thousands and thousands of database. So you guys do have this database.
So currently we are able to detect 3 types of defects as of now: spalling concrete, corrosion, and cracks. Yeah. So we need more data to be able to detect more types of defects.
Crack on anything.
Cracks of the surface, wall surface. Yeah.
Wall surface is concrete.
Yeah,
It's all concrete.
It's a plaster concrete.
Like grass, aluminium, all this.
Yeah.
Not easy, right?
Yeah, so these are the 3 types, and we are looking for companies to partner to work together to identify other types of defects as well.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I didn't talk. I'm from Arab, in Maine.
Thank you. Hello, I have a question for GeoCore, and I'm Alexander from Azendian Solutions, and I would like to ask, how good is your system of processes excavated material out of tunneling boring machines? You try it out there? Can you already there make a classification on the site, or is this only now usable for excavation, for soil with excavation? Because it's more clear after the processing, after the TBM.
So for our right now we have done POC for our data. So we let's say because when we get our data, right, it's at staging grounds. So basically excavated soils from all over Singapore goes there. So it's not really project specific or site specific as such. So so at staging grounds they sort the soil out. So that's where we come in.
All right, any other question? Anyone else?
Last question, maybe.
Thank you. Hi, Janet from Premier Property. So we are managing agents, so quite interested in the platform for the building maintenance. So just to understand Allocate Space, have you all already deployed your systems for residential properties in Singapore?
Currently, right now, we are not into the residential, but definitely we are working with shopping mall building maintenance. We are also working with other industry, for example, civil engineering as well, in terms of road inspection.
But residential, is that something that you're looking to venture in? Or?
Yes, we are, because what we have seen is the workflow is pretty similar in terms of reporting, and there's also handover procedures as well in terms of a report that's needed to give to be provided. So that's something we are exploring as well.
Thanks. Any last question?
This is Jason Lee from Azendian Associates. I have a question for Nika. So today I'm here with my partner as well. So I'm wondering that for this LLM, the large language model that you guys have been developing, is it a GPT-based like OpenAI space model, or you're starting from scratch to develop your own?
Actually, I mean, being an expert is actually the most, if you're talking about like fine-tuning your own model, that's actually shown to be not so efficient. The most efficient is actually to understand, for example, OpenAI, Anthropic, all the different sort of models out there, many open source as well. Specifically, what functions it works best in, and then optimize another AI to actually call each specific model for each specific use case much better. So that's a much more optimized version that we specialize in building, which is why we have specialized for the carbon methodologies and climate-based methodologies.
Yeah, so I actually saw a statement that you are utilizing the power of the large language models to help to accelerate the process of doing like built environment sectors certification process. Is which ratio system that you guys are getting to actually, like LEED or WELL or BCG?
So specifically, I mean, that's why we're here. We want to explore that because we actually haven't done anything in the build space specifically. But we work very closely, for example, with voluntary carbon credit methodologies. We really well known the space where, for instance, you need to scour a land of forestry, and you want to build a common project. You need to actually take this geospatial data and you need to format it in an audit-ready way, which we talk to some partners and there's simply some synergies there. That's why we're interested to explore if people who are interested in finding ways to optimize those workflows, but we also have to learn in this space. We are not experts in the build space yet.
So may I understand in a way that currently whatever you have, that it's something that also has the capability in reading all the GIS data as well?
Yes, for sure. So we take the GIS data that we produce from our models and we format it in a way that's audit ready in the carbon credit space, right? So like I said, there's some similarities there, but not exactly. But we're interested to find how we can optimize it for this space as well.
Okay, thank you.